who I'm interviewing. Would you introduce yourself?
My name is Jennifer Clifton, known as Jenny with an I. I'm 71 years old and I live at 232 Horn Street in Folkestone.
Brilliant, thank you.
Excuse me.
That's okay. And it was quite extraordinary. The meeting everybody on the day of the performance. It seemed like everyone was incredibly passionate about singing and music. I just wanted to ask you about how you felt about.
Well, mine starts with the singing group, but it's the anticipation beforehand. Thinking, it's exciting for me to go to the singing, and I sort of get there. And the wonderful music that we make is surprising. You know, Trish is such a wonderful teacher, and we learn to breathe and sit straight, and it's just great. And I find going every month helping me to do the breathing exercises and the mouth exercises. It really is beneficial for me. Going back a few months, 18 months, it was a lifesaver because my husband died and he had been my carer, and he had cancer, so I ended up being his carer. And then the chance of the music coming round, it was something that lifted me out of the doldrums, and it really has helped me. I feel not only with the breathing, the company, it's such a lovely thing to look forward to. And singing at the Lees, it was amazing. I didn't realise there'd be so many people singing there, and it felt really nice to be involved with something like that. But I find with the breathing, for instance, I sometimes get very lazy and I slouch about, but then I think, Trish would say, sit up straight, or deep breaths from here, from your tummy, and then how long your breath was going to, you could breathe out. But music, it's really made me appreciate music, and when it's on, I can sort of relate to the music with my exercise and my breathing, and I do find, for me, it's a real, as I say, it's a life changer for me, because you can sometimes get very down in the dumps, and you don't often, you get very, but the Saturdays that's singing, as I say, I set off quite excited. It's something, meeting nice people, actually remembering to breathe. So for a few days after, I always remember how to breathe and to sit, and I find that does me good. And I sometimes come across the music. I think, we'll have a little sing song today. Do the exercises that we're taught, and
that's
yes.
Great. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Matt, can I just ask you to aim at her mouth?
Like that?
Yeah, if you're comfortable with that.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's brilliant. Already, I've got more than enough.
You don't need us.
I think we can go home now. Could you tell me a little bit about, I didn't actually want to start off on this, but you're so fantastic. I just wanted to find out a bit about what you have and what impact that has on your life.
Right, I was diagnosed with Parkinson's 11 years ago, just before I retired. My husband had noticed that when we was walking around the supermarket, he said, why are you flapping your foot? And I said, I'm not. And then my daughter thought I'd had a stroke because of the way I was holding my hand. And it took about 18 months because the doctor was reluctant to get me to see anybody. But then it was diagnosed that I had Parkinson's, and it started off, she didn't believe that I had Parkinson's, but she kept giving me the drugs. But in the end I had to go and get letters, but it was quite a horrible start, and I felt quite isolated. But for 8 years I was really quite well. I really coped well. They even done a test to see if I had Parkinsonism, and I did have the Parkinson's. But then Colin, my husband, got ill, and he had been looking after me as I slowly deteriorated. And of course I ended up with me being his carer, which really brought the Parkinson's on a lot worse. And although he tried his best for a long time, but Then he had a nasty accident while we was out, and that brought the Parkinson on more. But I find now that it's a big struggle. I have help in the mornings and help in the evenings, but I've got multi-problems, not just Parkinson's. I've got